I am Sranya Hishmat, your social studies teacher. Really, I miss you so much, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. Today, we're gonna continue our new lessons in the fourth quarter. Last time we took ancient Greece, and I said that I'm going to divide this civilization into two parts. The first part, I'm going to deal with the Greece nowadays, and in the second part, I'm going to deal with the history of Greece, ancient Greece, okay? Stop to remember the decade, century, and millennium. A decade is 10 years, a century is 100 years, and a millennium is 1,000 years. Civilization means it's a large group of people living in a well-organized way. And when I'm talking about ancient Greece, I'm talking about this country in the past and many centuries ago, okay? Let's know more information about its history. Greece was the birthplace of democracy. Birthplace means the beginning of democracy. What's meant by democracy? Let's read the second call out to know what's meant by democracy. The Greek people were the first to elect their leaders and not have kings. Take care that if you come from Greece, your nationality is Greek. So the Greek people are the people who live in Greece, okay? The Greek people were the first to choose their leaders, okay? To say yes or no. And they don't or they didn't have kings or queens, okay? They were free to choose the person who led them. It's very important to know that democracy was first in Greece, okay? All free men over the age of 18 could take part in the government of Athens. Men were allowed to take part in the government, to participate, okay? And the suitable age for participating was the age of 18. To tell yes or no, you must be 18 and you must be a man. So two important reasons to take part in government. This means that females were not allowed to take part in the government of Athens, okay? In ancient Greece, the male citizens met in large group called assembly. What's meant by assembly? Assembly is a large or a group of people gathered together for a particular purpose. So they met to talk. In the assembly, each man had the right to speak. This means that each man had the right to tell his opinion freely without any fear, okay? Men talked about ideas for no laws and voted on them. Every place must have laws and rules, okay? Even our school has rules. For example, you have to wear your uniform. So this is one of the rules of the school. Even the country must have rules to be followed. So men gather together to talk about new laws or new rules and tell their opinion about those laws, okay? The people of Athens were famous for arts and learning. What kinds of arts were the Greek citizens famous for? They were famous for painting, sculpture, and pottery, okay? Also, they were great writers. They write many plays and novels and stories. What kinds of arts were the Greek citizens famous for? They were famous for sculpture, pottery, and painting. They were great writers also. They wrote many stories, okay? The last point, the Acropolis was a religious center in ancient Athens. Acropolis was a place where temples and buildings were built, and temples were places that the Greek people worship their god, okay, their gods, because they were polytheistic. They believed in many gods. They didn't have one god. They had many gods. That's for today, and bye.